Time to talk about Operation Endless Swarm. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. As always, my name is Jay, and I wanted to talk about my latest painting challenge to myself, because obviously there's two challenges going on, of course. There's my model a day painting challenge that I'll do an update in the near future, because we're about done a month. Not going amazingly yet, but it will. I'm catching up, I promise. And of course, I finished up my Operations Dark Angel Glow Up video. My painting challenge for my Dark Angels is done, so time to go in the next challenge. And I decided, of course, to paint Tyranids. The reason being, number one, Leviathan box set. That way I can get rid of a box set. It really feels good to paint a starter set early on in an edition, get it out of the house, get it done, right? I have a lot of push-fit Tyranid models. I love Tyranids as well. It's a simplistic army for colors. You know, I can paint Tyranids very quickly because it's the same color scheme over and over again, you know, from a Hormigaunt to a Hive Tyrant. It's pretty much the same color scheme other than, you know, the Hive Tyrant may have a couple more details. It's a very limited color palette, so I figured it'd be a great, great way to do the opposite of my last painting challenge where I used a lot of contrast paints. In this one, I'm just going to go back to my standard painting scheme for Tyranids and have a great time. I only have two boxes, which sounds easy, but they're big boxes, and I want to talk about that today, of course. So let's get started. And of course, I'll talk about my timeline as well, which I want to be super aggressive with this one to catch up on my model a day painting challenge and just to knock it out of the park. Because I really want to get these guys in a game and have a great time and just get them on the tabletop ASAP. And again, it should be a pretty easy army. I just need to pick up some snow flock, I think, because I'm out at the moment. But that's okay. So let's get started. Of course, up first, we have the Leviathan box set. As you know, Leviathan box set makes sense. I'm going to have to assemble these guys. They're push fit. It's not going to take very long. But of course, the Leviathan box set is a great starter of a Tyranid army. Not the most competitive choices, but the points did change. I'll make that another video. I think the Screamer Killer is going to be takeable now. I think so too. So of course, it has a Tyranid Prime with wings. It has the Psychophage. It has the Screamer Killer, which that's the most excited, the model I want to paint out of this box, right? The Screamer Killer model. The Neuro Tyrant, the Neuro Gaunts, the Barb Gaunts, 20 Termagants, and the Von Ryan Leapers, and the two Swarm dudes. Yeah, the Ripper Swarms. So that's it, you know, so this box alone, 47 models that are push fit. They're not going to be that hard to assemble, and most of them are grubs. As I said, out of this box set, right, 20 of them are Termagants, 10 Barb Gaunts, 5 Neurogons. Like, these are not very big, complex models. I should be able to paint them pretty quickly. You know, I think that would be a pretty quick challenge to myself, is I think I'll be able to paint these guys pretty quickly. And then the Neuro Tyrant, the Psychophage, just larger versions of the same models. They shouldn't take me that long. The Winged Tyranid Prime, once again, a very easy color scheme, plus wings. It's not going to be too crazy, right? It's going to be push-fit models, and it shouldn't take me that long. And as I said, I'm going to go pretty crazy. I'm going to talk about my challenge to myself, and I'm going to try to get these done as quickly as I can. But that is that's 47 of my models to begin with, right then and there. Yes. And of course, I had to succumb to my temptations, and I bought the Tyranid Onslaught Swarm box set. Now, the reason why I bought it was in Canada, where I live, it's almost impossible to get a Norm Emissary model, and they got even better, they got cheaper recently, so it was very hard. And I decided to buy this box set because it was really the only way. I got it on a good price, 15% off MSRP, so once again, it does complement my army very well. In fact, a lot of people starting Tyranid armies would just buy these two boxes together. They complement each other pretty well. I don't really need that many of the new models, but whatever. They're nice. They have cool poses. I'll enjoy painting them up, get them on the tabletop. But this also gives me 20 Hormigants, 2 more Ripper Swarms, and 10 more Gene Stealers. The Hive Tyrant, which you can build as a Hive Tyrant with wings, or the Swarm Lord, and of course the Norm Emissary model that I really wanted to get. I'm going to do Norm Emissary version, of course, because I've said that repeatedly. And for the Hive Tyrant, I'm going to go Walking Tyrant, because I already have 2 Hive Tyrants with wings. I have a Swarm Lord. I only have 1 Hive Tyrant without wings, so I figured it's a great way to complement it. Plus, I need to rebuild my Hive Tyrants, because all my Hive Tyrants have the Twin Link Devour kits from Forge World, since we used to be able to use those, and now we can't. So I'm going to take off those arms. I'm going to put them on my, I'm going to put them on probably some Carnifexes, and then I figure I can use some of the bits from this box to put the weapons that I want on the Hive Tyrants, right? Makes sense. So that I can use some of the bits from this kit and fix up my Hive Tyrants at the same time while I build an army. So this adds another 34 models, as I mentioned. 20 Hormagaunts, 10 Gene Stealers, 2 Ripper Swarms, Hive Tyrant, 34 models. So combined with the 2 boxes, I'm already at 81 models to paint. Cool, so 81 models. Now the only thing I'm thinking of is and I haven't decided yet, I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I don't have any Zoanthropes. I've never had Zoanthropes. And they seem like a consistent codex to codex strong unit, not the game unit. So it seems like it'll be consistently strong but not overpowered. And I don't have any Zoanthropes. So the only thing I'm thinking of is I can get these guys painted really quickly. I might. I haven't decided yet. It depends if I'm really just wanting to jump to the next army and start painting the next army, which I haven't decided yet which one I'm going to do. Or do I want to pick up maybe 2 boxes of Zoanthropes? The only thing is, of course, it's like $90 a box here in Canada, so spending $180 on 2 boxes of Zoanthropes for 6 just doesn't tempt me that much, to be honest. But we'll see if I can get some on sale or a good price, or if I just really want to reward myself for getting these models done. I might do it. I haven't decided yet. So I might add on 2 boxes of Zoanthropes at the end of this challenge, or otherwise I'll just jump to the next army and keep going. I can always buy some Zoanthropes in the future and paint them on the side while I'm painting another army challenge, or come back in between challenges, right? It's all good. As long as I rid my world of unpainted models, which my challenge is to myself this year, pretty much rid my world of unpainted models. That's the thing that's really weighing on my mind is the Zoanthropes, because obviously they're a great competitive squad, and they're awesome. I just don't know if I really want to paint more Tyranid models on top of these in this challenge. We'll see. As I said, so that's 81 models. That's more models for Tyranids than I painted for Dark Angels. But that being said, of course, as I mentioned, it's an easy army to paint. For me, I painted hundreds and hundreds. I have 15,000 points of Tyranids, so it's not going to be taking me too long to paint these guys up. I think the assembling is actually going to be fun, and just get them assembled as quick as I can. I'll start assembling tonight, paint them, maybe assemble them over the weekend. I can use my airbrush to do the Scything Talons and a lot of the weapons on the guys. I'm going to use that my airbrush to prime and base coat. I'll dry brush most of the white tones and then just paint the blue really easily with a big brush. So it shouldn't be a really complicated army to paint up. I'm giving myself weeks because there's more models that I'm going to be painting than Dark Angels, but a lot simpler models, a lot of just small guys, right? Because out of my 81 models, 20 of them are Termagants, 20 of them are Hormagaunts, 10 Barbgaunts, 10 Gene Stealers. That's 60 models right there. And so I'm just going to go really fast, get them done. Hopefully I can get some Snowflock in the meantime, order some, and that way I can base them all at the end. But my goal is to have all these guys done before Adepticon. So mid-March, I want to have all these Tyranids done, and be after Adepticon, start my next painting project if I already haven't done so. That'd be great. And on top of that then, if I can paint the 81 models in the meantime, that means I'm basically back up to my model a day challenge, because I'd have 85 models painted before Adepticon, which I think is a great place to be, right? That way I'm back to my model a day and I can keep going. The next painting challenge will probably be a little more complicated for model per model basis, and then eventually Orcs, which I'll catch up, right? But that's it. Yeah, that's it in general. My Tyranids Endless Swarm Painting Challenge. So 81 models. I'm going to see if I can do it in like a month and a half and have a great time doing it. I'm going to go super aggressive and see how quick I can get these models done and just enjoy it and have a great time. But how's your painting challenge coming along? Are you painting your army right now, please leave comments in the comment section down below what you think about my painting challenge, and how is your army coming along, how are your painting projects coming along, and stay tuned for updates on my Endless Swarm. It's going to be a quick one, so I'm going to only do a couple painting challenge, a couple update videos, and hopefully then it's done. I just got to assemble. And yeah, please leave comments in the comment section down below, like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and hit that bell so every time I put up a new video, you see it. But yeah, and of course, Painting with Jays will be back once I get these models primed and I start painting. Then I'll just start doing Painting with Jays again, and they'll be going pretty quickly. So stay tuned for more videos and painting challenges. Please leave comments in the comment section down below how your painting challenge is coming along. And until next time, this is Jay saying happy painting, your Tyranids.